Africa is the second largest continent and home to more than 1 billion people. Its landmass is the same as China, the US, Western Europe, and Japan combined. Generally, African countries have warm climates, but in some, the weather can turn icy. The coldest temperature reported on the continent was -23 degrees Celsius in Morocco's Middle Atlas Mountains. Diversity doesn't end at climate, though. There are around 3,000 ethnic groups in Africa and 2,000 languages. Arabic, English, Swahili, and French are the most commonly spoken. Oral traditions are still strong, and 40% of people can't read or write. And yet, it's home to some of the world's oldest universities. According to UNESCO and the Guinness World Records, the oldest tertiary institution to grant degrees is Al Qura'in in Fez, Morocco. Historians have branded Mali's city of Timbuktu as the Paris of medieval times. Its university dates back to 982 CE, way before Oxford and Cambridge were built. Jeff Bezos may be on his way to being a trillionaire, the richest person on Earth. But for now, that title belongs to a 14th century king, Mansa Musa of the Malian Empire. His fortune is estimated at $400 billion at today's rates. Other economic historians say his wealth was so vast, it's impossible to calculate. The African population is the world's youngest, with 200 million people aged between 15 and 24. The United Nations anticipates that by 2030, young people will make up 42% of the continent. It's also home to some of the most gender-equal governments. 3 of the world's top 10 countries with the most women in parliament are in Africa. It's also home to some of the most gender-equal governments. 3 of the world's top 10 countries with the most women in parliament are in Africa. They will face many challenges, including infrastructure development, handling the climate crisis, and harnessing the benefits of the digital revolution. Ever heard of cobalt? It's the stuff that powers our cell phones and may be the key to our low-carbon future. It's used in the manufacturing of electric cars, jets, and magnetic steels. 60% of the world's supply is mined in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And then there's healthcare. While African countries suffer from underdeveloped healthcare systems in comparison to other nations, as the world battles COVID-19, Senegal and Ghana are emerging as success stories. Senegal's response strategy began in January. In a country of 16 million people, it's reported a few dozen deaths. Ghana has 30 million people and has a similar low death toll. It's had great success with pool testing and community healthcare initiatives.